Go live, then put the link.
Yeah, I'm live now. And if I don't know them,
That's what I reckon.
So I had to go out and buy another headset because, I forget all of my headsets at home. So, bear with my audio.
We can hear you. It just sounds like you're underwater.
Jose's here.
I am underwater.
I'll put the link. I might have to put the link in just my side chat.
I'm putting the
It's
Zoom link.
Yeah,
I know. You've got the rubber room.
Yep. No one can get in without it.
Link in the normal spot.
Yeah, link's in the normal spot for us.
That's what I reckon.
He said I listen, but I can't join now. I can't join now, but I'll listen. I'm muted, so no one can hear me out there.
Could I get the link, please?
Oh. Sorry, Pip.
I'm not even in the thing, but I can hear myself on YouTube.
Should we let
through
Pip
Discord.
into the Oz squad? I think we should let Pip into the Oz squad.
Okay.
Then she can get the link.
Where's Pip?
I could
There
hear
you go,
myself
Pip.
on.
You're in the Oz squad.
Oh.
I could hear myself on the live stream, and I'm not even in Zoom.
Can you?
Terry fixed the audio.
He's streaming.
I'm muted in Zoom.
Yeah, but you're streaming. You're
streaming Discord
out there.
Because I could hear myself.
He said yes. Okay. Copy. Paste. So you'll have to help me with the people. Did you say you can't hear me outside of Zoom if I mute myself in Zoom, but you can still hear me in Zoom? Alan?
Don't know, mate. I'm not actually in Zoom at the moment. I was looking at something else completely different. I do apologise.
Oh, sorry.
My brain was completely and utterly not there.
It's probably on that pork pie.
No, I ate that. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure you would. Oh,
Who's got my YouTube stream up?
I've got it up and muted, but our audio's coming through.
Weird. I got myself muted in Zoom. Got no idea how it works.
Magic.
Well, I can hear myself. I can hear myself talking in there, Terry. So I think you've got your speaker feeds going straight into it.
You coming over, Sean?
Yeah, I'll come on over.
You send Sean a special. It's in Jose's chat, or you can send him a link.
No, I'll send it straight to him.
John Watson said he can see an Aussie flag, but it's upside down.
Terry.
Yes.
Terry, you're definitely sending your audio. You're definitely sending audio out to. Just
Yeah. Okay. I'll mute myself in Discord and I'll see what happens.
Mic check.
You're working.
I'll deafen myself in Discord too. I'm deafened in Discord, so any sound I hear is through Zoom.
Terry,
You're working.
it's not that. It's your. The problem is in Terry.
Yes.
The problem is in OBS.
Okay. Okay.
Because in OBS you were sending out audio. So even though you were muted, because I was hearing it in both the.
Yeah, well, I'm only in Zoom now.
Yeah. Terry, you mute all the audio going out of Zoom by clicking the little black thing on the thing in OBS.
The speaker? I'll unmute,
Okay.
and we've got all audio. So you should be able to hear us. Be able to hear us out there now.
All audio.
Yeah, can hear it now.
So you should be able to hear us.
Oh no, Grisbait said he's hearing aid needs batteries again. I'll go and get your batteries and come back. We'll just see if we get any more people in for the next couple of minutes, but basically I just wanted to do a bit of a recap from what I've been hearing on Jose. That people just seem to be having problems with, well, what from the last time I was on Jose's, so people having problems with shapes, and then it progressed to some people having problems with what to call the area of atmosphere close to the ground at a distance or all over. I think it's called ether, if that's what I remember the word.
Ether band.
Yeah, ether. Is it ether? Ether or either? Either.
Ether band. Polish thrash metal, I believe it is. No, seriously, there is actually a band called the Ether Band.
Oh,
In Polish.
are they
Play
good?
heavy
Yep.
metal.
If you like that type of music.
If you like death metal, I guess.
Yeah.
No, that's just noise.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not into death metal myself, but that's sort of it's a bit further than I would.
And who was the person that was having the problem with the ether, calling it ether? Who brought that up?
Travis, the plain truth.
Ah,
Oh,
Travis.
no, he didn't have a problem. No, he named it. He christened it.
Oh, so what he says goes, you reckon?
Apparently so.
So you'll have to put a paper in to the university and submit a thesis to explain his reasoning of why he wants to name it that.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be so many
Guess
pages.
So. Peer reviewed.
And peer reviewed, yes.
So I'm just trying to work out where the bit that I've got the problem with is where does it fit in? Does it fit in like obviously it's lower than the stratosphere. It's lower than the troposphere, or is it in the troposphere? So like the troposphere goes from 0 to 10 kilometers up into the air, or in a vertical type way. Does this ether band fit within that whole troposphere level?
Can you keep an eye on my DMs, someone?
Sorry.
Internal chats.
I thought it was a bit just above the water. Where the mirroring and refraction and all that happens. I could be wrong. Well, you probably am.
Yeah.
He's Scottish. Do we need an interpreter for you, John? Hey, John. Mic check.
Might take a second. Just he has to click the button and stuff to allow audio, Terry, so it'll take a second.
I thought I was right, Jose. Thank you. Morning, Grizz.
I'm just gonna pop out.
I hear clicks. I hear clicks from John.
He's getting there.
I'm just pinging my microphone to see if it works.
Maten va, killer hasef.
Yeah, so does this ether band fit within that 10-kilometre band of the troposphere there? Is that where it resides?
No, it's just
Not-
above the water where the perspective is.
Okay,
Where
so what
it's
do
got
we have?
refraction and mirroring and.
But do we have like a measurement, like is it 5 meters above the sea level, or is it 10 meters above the sea level?
Don't know. He was going to come into Jose's the other day and do a presentation, but he never arrived.
Can you hear me okay, guys?
Yeah, here's
Yeah, we
John.
hear you
Yes,
fine.
yes, John.
Loud and clear.
Yeah,
Loud and clear.
Travis has declined to provide any measurements of any kind.
Oh,
And
okay.
Has anyone spoke to him since then? Since he?
I think he's been a bit.
A few nights ago. That
Was he not in Sean's the other night? I think.
Um,
And then he refused. And then he said he wasn't coming into Jose's. I think it was Sean's he was on, or maybe it was
that was Spurs.
Oakley's
wasn't
or some Spur.
it?
I get easily confused.
There's so many.
Yep.
I wasn't sure what to say then. There's so many,
Yep.
Individuals.
Who's live right now, Marty?
Yeah, I just wondered who he's talking about.
You did it on Sean's Pie Parrot. That's what I thought. Travis is live right now. Where?
Oh. That's surprising.
Who's on at this time of day?
Well, I'd have thought Travis would have been at work at this time of the day.
Oh, he's on his own show.
He's on his own show.
Mm.
I'm not subbed to him, so I don't know where he is.
Oh, it's really worth it.
I'm going to say, I'm assuming that he's streaming himself driving around in his truck then.
I think he put a video that was like boost your subscribers and improve your channel by making videos like I do, kind of thing. Which I must admit I didn't watch.
How to drive and live stream.
Yeah, I don't know how you could do that at the same time.
Hello, Bandy.
Hey, Bandy. Someone was asking about you earlier, Bandy. I told him that you were still around. You hadn't left the country or anything.
Well, thanks for letting us know, Marty, anyway.
Oh, he still wants to do the presentation soon. Okay.
Okay.
No date fixed. Just soon. Okay. How do you hold somebody up to soon?
I don't know.
No, Bandy, it wasn't a female.
He's going to get a really, really hard time. I mean, I would imagine that he wants to do his presentation like one-on-one with Jose. I don't know, but as soon as it's over, I would imagine that there'll be quite a lot of questions.
Yeah, I think so.
That he won't be able to answer.
Has he got any previous presentations he's done on his own channel or whatever that gives us an idea of what he would present? Or would it be just all rhetoric and explanations and?
Well, there's videos of still shots and stuff of like the type of images that he's been talking about, but it's just rhetoric. I mean, it's we were talking about it last night. Barney was trying to defend his tactic of actually trying to get him to open up about his ideas, and I think that Barney kind of forced him to think beyond. I think I'll call that the ether band, and that's about as far as he's got. And he doesn't. I don't know. He doesn't think he's really got very much substance to it at all, unsurprisingly.
But he recognises the fact that there is refraction and mirroring and and all that
Yeah.
sort of
Yeah.
stuff going on. But he
But
wants,
he wants to
just
call it a different name. Yeah.
So
to group it all into one to one terminology. Yeah.
Hmm.
And as well as the all the refraction and everything else, and he's throwing in diffraction. He's throwing in fog, clouds, or anything that makes it difficult to see is being thrown into this aether band.
And he's the next Copernicus.
And he's the next Copernicus.
Well, I haven't had much experience with him yet, so I can't really pass judgment too much. But going by what I've seen from him and discussed with him, I think I'm going to have a little bit more to think about next time I talk to him.
The thing I've given him a really hard time about several occasions is that he's repeatedly said, "I don't have to measure anything. I don't have to provide data. I don't have to, what I'm saying doesn't have to be falsifiable." And I'm like, well, if you're trying to subvert modern physics, you have to reach the same bar as what you're trying to undermine. And I think he's maybe backtracked a little bit on that, but that's what everyone's kind of expecting, or that's what he needs to provide, is some kind of coherent argument or evidence of what he's putting forward. And I don't think he's going to do it. It'll just be rhetoric. Or maybe
Has he been around for very long on Jose's at all?
I don't know. I've not been around very long.
Yeah, we haven't. I think theoretically he's been around longer than us, apart from maybe Sean.
Oh, so he has had a stage on in other places before Jose, or just on him, or just his own channel. Has anyone debated him or anything on other, like Sean or anyone else?
I think he talks a lot, but and of course he constantly tells people he makes lots of observations, but most of the observations he makes are not particularly scientifically useful.
Sean, have you signed in twice? Have you?
I don't know. I tried to sign in and it didn't work. Maybe I have.
yeah, it's just signed in twice.
No, not you, John. Sean.
Sean. So which Sean do I get rid of?
The one that's not talking. I don't know if you can hear my.
The bottom one.
You could never get rid of too many Seans.
Well, I'll kick that one out, and that way won't make it. I think I can do. Yeah, I can. Yep. I'll remove that one. Should remove.
Mind you, Sean is Gaelic for John, so I should watch what I'm saying.
Not letting me.
Actually, Ian's Gaelic for John.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I think Irish Gaelic.
Could be Irish, yeah. Definitely Scottish.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It won't let me kick him out.
Just leave it, Terry. I'll be right.
Can you imagine, Pip, what the most Gaelic the most common Gaelic phrase I've heard from bartenders and landlords is?
No.
Marky Shaw.
Oh, Marky Shaw. I spoke Gaelic to you when you came in there, but you ignored me.
Oh, I didn't know you. I thought you were talking.
Cymera hasha fynd.
Do we play? Do we play if our wannabe flat earther in the side chat? He comes up with some ridiculous assertions sometimes.
Yeah, we're going to bring Bandy in, are we?
Bandy, you've got to come in and try to explain this. I can't wrap my head around your assertions. They're just totally beyond me.
What's he called?
Bandsaw Bandit.
Oh,
I was just looking and Fight the Flat Earth channel, see if you debated him, but I don't see it.
oh, he's bringing up Velcro. It's lucky Shills isn't here. He was plastered last night.
This unpaid show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Midgets and Velcro. Yeah.
Velcroed.
Plain truth, yeah, live.
Has everybody seen the Blue Marble Science? His recent video on the Coriolis.
Yes, that was really good.
It's very good.
Yeah.
I don't think it's reasonable or logical at all to argue with that. He explained it that well. I thought it was one of the best videos on Coriolis I've ever seen. I was on Oakley's, just the very end of Oakley's channel just there before I came on here, and there was just again, like a stuck record, talking about hovering helicopters and stuff.
Oh.
Just
yeah. Well, we were talking about it at the end of the show last night, and at the end of the after show, and if you the Coriolis effect you get from going up vertically is a change in is an effective change in velocity of 7 meters per second at 20,000 meters additional elevation.
Yeah, I can attest to that actually.
So
I once shot an arrow straight up from a hunting bow. It was possibly the time I lost my first of my 9 lives.
Did it get you?
It almost got me, yeah.
Yeah. As with everything, generally, on anything on a human scale, Coriolis force is at least 2 or 3 orders of magnitude smaller than the significant forces acting on whatever object you are looking at.
Yeah.
Really, the only time that the Coriolis forces make a huge difference is when you start getting to the scale of weather systems and that sort of thing.
I can't remember how long the flight plan was that Blue in his video, but he said to correct for Coriolis, the bank of the aircraft would have to be, I think it was either hundredths or thousandths of a degree bank.
It was I think it was 5,000th of a degree.
Yeah, and so if you got a 20 mile an hour, 20 knot crosswind, you're not even gonna notice it. It's not even possible. Say all other things were negated. You didn't have any crosswind or any other effect. You still wouldn't be able to correct for it. You just
flying an aircraft, you're just going to it's just going to correct out literally from controlling the aircraft and keeping it on course.
Just keeping your head in. It's almost like it's really easy to understand. But I do think it's in order to misunderstand or not fail to understand the Coriolis effect, and it's been a sort of hot topic for ages. It requires tactical stupidity not to understand it.
Tactical stupidity. That's a
Yeah.
new one.
Yeah,
It's-
I'll have to write
it's-
that one
you gotta
down. Let
really
me get a
kind of-
pen and paper. I've got to keep that one.
You've got to put some effort into it. Another one of my favourites is encyclopedic ignorance.
Encyclopedic ignorance. Okay.
Encyclopedic ignorance. Travis says he's not guilty of. I've said that to Travis. You know, you're employing tactical stupidity, and he swears blind that he isn't. But maybe I'm wrong. But that's certainly the impression that he gives me. I mean.
Hey, Bandy.
Howdy, howdy, ho.
G'day, Bandy.
How we going, guys?
Your
And
mate,
Gal.
your mate was wanting to know if you'd left the country or not.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said he hadn't heard from you for a while.
Oh, haven't been in Gem's server for ages. So.
Yeah, I told him you were still around.
Yeah.
You hadn't gone walkabout or.
Well, I kind of have, but haven't.
You've been busy with other things, haven't you?
I certainly have.
You've been exercising those muscles that were damaged when you broke your legs.
Pretty much with Peter's help.
Peter, what do you do? Did you get involved, Peter?
Oh, I just gave him an exercise regime.
He did.
Oh, like a physiotherapy. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yes, exactly.
It's an app on his phone, so it it helps
Yeah.
him.
Yeah. Sets a routine.
Yes.
So, do you have nightmares every time you see a hole now, Bensor?
No, I just steer clear of them, to be honest with you, because that buoyancy and density will get you every time.
Oh. Once you step through that ether band, you're a goner.
Oh, see, the ether band is something I can't get my head around. Don't know enough about it. We'll just stick to push and pull.
You probably know more than Travis.
You'd probably explain it better.
Oh, but I must say, all right, I've got to give kudos to young George. Last night I heard him on your show. Well, actually, I heard him today because I replayed it today, Alan. Yeah, George in your stream last night. Yes.
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 Yeah.
And he came back with some honesty about one of the gravity tests, saying it was bullshit, basically. The mass attracting mass.
Yeah, I heard that.
Well, not that mass attracting mass is bullshit, but that the experiment has shown.
Yeah, no, I never said mass attracting mass, because he's not going to agree to that being bullshit, but he agreed to that experiment being bullshit.
So what was? Oh, I missed that bit. What was wrong with the experiment itself?
There's an experiment, Pete, where there's a like a lead bowling ball and a lead sinker. I think actually Terry's got it.
Yeah, I've
where
got it.
where they put the lead bowling ball underneath a sinker, which I was actually going to try that, right? And George because he knows all the equations and all that sort of stuff, basically worked it out and said that the experiment is bullshit. It's intellectually dishonest to even have it up there on YouTube. Doesn't even know how it's even out there because it can't be done, especially with the scales that they are using. They are nowhere near. What did he say, Alan? 10 to the power of 8 or something.
I'm wondering.
I think it may have been that the additional mass would have had to have been maybe, I think it was 500, maybe 5,000 times the mass that it actually was to create
Yes,
that.
It was some astronomical amount, John. It was.
Although we have to remember that milligrams is, when you're doing the equations, you have to remember that milligrams is actually 10 to the minus 5, not 10 to the minus 3, because we are so the force of 1 milligram is approximately 10 to the minus 5 newtons, not 10 to the minus 3 newtons, because standard mass for the equation is the kilogram, not the gram.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to go on record that I'm going to give George once props for at least putting that out there, that experiment is bullshit.
I don't necessarily agree that it's bullshit.
It has to be, because you can't measure anything with the scales that they've got or the scales that are in any school that they so-called apparently do it with. It's bullshit.
Another thing you could say though is that if the weights, if the scales were just on the very, very edge of flicking around another milligram, it might have worked.
Yeah,
but that's not the height of accuracy, is it?
No.
So what was but even like you said, if it was just about to teeter over onto the next number, because it was the inaccuracy of the scales themselves, even if they show a slight deviation or just click over one number, that's still proving that there is something about it. There is.
Yeah, no, it didn't.
Yeah, the problem is that the George is going to F equals big G M1 M2 over R squared. Now, looking at that piece of video, how far away would you say the center of the ball is from the center of the pyramid? Because that will give us an R that is on the pessimistic side.
Could we say maybe 20 centimeters? Does that look reasonable?
That's the number that came into my head.
Yeah, I was thinking about 20 centimeters.
So 0.2 meters. M1 is what is it? M1 is 150. Could you just go back so I can read the mass? 152.
152.166.
That's after it's after the big mass has been introduced, so it's maybe 6.5, I think, originally. Is that right?
No, that's before.
So that is actually 0. So that's actually 0.152165 kg. Anybody know what big G is?
No, don't ask me.
Bob the
It's a-
science man's in the chat. He might be able to tell you that.
What's Big G? It's a fallacy. That's what
Can
it
you
is.
can you?
Yeah, just give me a minute, Terry.
I'll post it. I'll post it. Copy.
I'm just
You could
I'm
get
just cutting it
maybe
now
a,
as well.
a slightly more accurate distance between the centre of masses if you say that the guy's hand, the width of the guy's hand would be about 100 mil.
Oh, possibly.
You know,
You have to go back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
go back again, Tez, if you can.
How far back?
Just so where we can see the ball and him moving it.
That's back at the beginning. That's
Oh,
from
where
the
he
start.
puts it, where he puts the ball under, so we can get some reference. Right.
866.
So yeah. Let's have a look.
Not this shot. I think there's a close-up
Yeah.
shot where it actually comes right under it.
Yeah.
Not that shot.
Here we go.
That one. That's the shot there. But I don't think it's as close as that.
I'd actually say I'm actually going to go with maybe 100 millimeters now, John. Not
No,
200.
not that. That's only about 5 millimeters. There.
They'd be lucky if it's
Yeah.
5 mil.
No.
You gotta go from
He's
the
talking
cent-
center to the center.
Oh, to the centre.
Yeah,
Centre to centre.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
about 100 mil.
it's a bit hard with a point of reference in there, but
Yeah, no, but his hand is about 100 mil. Right, 'cause I'm taking my hand, so that's about 100 mil, right?
Do we call it 150 then? We call it 150.
Okay, call it 150. Yeah, call it 150. Because it's only a small ball anyway.
yeah, it is.
So what? That's 1.5 centimeters.
No,
it's
100.
It's 15 centimeters.
Oh yeah, 15. Sorry.
Not a chance, GPS.
Yeah, I think you're right, GPS.
Not a chance in the world. You guys are clutching at straws.
But of course you're going to say that, Bandy, because you have to.
I've got George on my side now.
That's fine. So hang
You're
on.
lucky.
I know.
So Bandy, you've got George on your side, and if we're going to do this that way, how many people have I got on my side out in the chat?
Pick a team.
Yeah.
We're not worried about the team.
It's a majority rules, isn't it?
No, we go for the winning team. So come on my team, guys. That's the winning team. I'm a good captain. I give out orange quarters.
Orange quarters?
Yeah.
I've got cheerleaders. You can have your orange quarters and I'll have cheerleaders.
I've got cheermen.
I know.
If you had cheer midgets, I'd be in.
Oh,
God, here we go again.
No.
Mine are both midgets and amputees.
Now the
I
fun
had
games
nightmares.
begin. The fun games begin. Let's
I've
go.
been curious about what kind of dreams you had last night, Pip.
Oh, terrible dreams, terrible. Midgets and God knows what else.
The midgets are all right if they got Velcro attached to them. You throw them against the wall.
Hey, I've got something you guys might be real interested in hearing about.
Yeah.
Last night, me and Aaron and Plain, the three of us, had a very, very long conversation.
Yes.
The remains of Shanji's hangout.
Oh.
And it went over to it was Anyway, Plain wanted to clarify something with me. He said that when I asked him, is there anything that would change your mind? And he said no. What he was referring to was nothing he has heard would change his mind. It would have to be something entirely new, entirely different, entirely novel. So he told me that, asked me if I would go ahead and accept that. And I think I can, But I figured I should pass that along to you guys so that you might understand better where I believe he's coming from.
So you didn't hit him with anything new or novel?
No, we're just hanging out, shooting the shit,
Yep.
just being
Yeah.
guys.
Cool, as you do.
Yeah, we were talking about kids and life and who has the best booze. I won that argument.
I don't think that's much of a concession, to be honest, from Travis, because just like with like many people, he's had all of the the sort of tenets of the scientific consensus patiently explained to him many times. So I don't think there is any evidence that he hasn't been told about. So it's kind of back to square one, isn't it?
Potentially, yes, but at least he wanted to clarify and say that it didn't come across as he meant it. And I believe he was telling the truth when he said that. Yeah. So I'm willing to give him the benefit of a doubt and say that and withdraw my statement that he's intellectually dishonest.
Well, Travis is all right when you don't rile him up.
I think he's intellectually confused, but I don't think he was necessarily intellectually dishonest.
That's an opinion.
And true, it's my opinion.
Yes.
Intellectually immature would be one way of putting it.
Could be, yeah.
How old is he? He's 45 or 50, isn't he?
No.
He's he's into his 40s, late 30s, I think.
I thought he was like 24, so I've just seen him there just now.
No. He looks older than that. He looks 45 or something.
Well, I don't recall specifically, but Aaron said he was in his 40s. I'm way beyond 40s. I mean, way beyond 40s.
He's got
Plain was saying, well, I'm the youngest one here, so.
He really had a hard paper round.
Must have.
He's got a stream going at the moment.
Yeah, they and them said he popped over there and had a look.
Yeah.
I had a look. Oh, didn't stay long.
Yeah, no, he's at least 45.
Yeah, but he doesn't sound it. That's what I was expecting, some young guy till I went over and saw. I would say 40.
Pip, I don't sound 44 either.
That's true.
I don't sound 57.
I don't even look 44.
No, you look 64.
No, I've never seen a photo of you.
Me, I don't look 64. I'm lucky if I look 35.
The last time I was clean shaven, I looked about 12, but that was quite a long time ago.
12.
When you were 12.
When you were when you were 11.
Well, I just crunched the numbers, and that lead ball would have to weigh 217,241 kilograms.
Exactly. There you go.
Hey?
I don't know why you guys ever disputed this with me.
Could we do something? Could we do something similar, like with a balance beam?
How many tons is that, Alan?
You'd have to. You'd have to use a torsion balance.
What was that in tons?
He made it 217 tons.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because basically we had to get a force of 9.8 times 10 to the minus 5.
Was it minus 5 or minus 8, Alan?
Minus 5.
Okay, then. I think George said last night minus 8.
We've got to get a difference in force of 1 milligram.
Yeah.
Which is essentially 10 to the minus 5 newtons.
Yeah, that's why that experiment.
Sorry, which is sorry. It's 10. It's 10 to the minus 5 newtons because it's 10 to the minus 6 kilograms. But there's 10 There's essentially 10 newtons in a kilogram.
So that had mg on it. So is that?
I used F equals big G M1 M2 over R squared with
Pause it there.
F equals 9.8 times 10 to the minus 5
So
Is there a better shot of the
D
dial?
equals. So
Doesn't
that's
matter.
is that in
No better
It's in,
shot.
it's in milligrams.
milligrams?
There we go. There's a better shot.
Yeah.
It's milligrams.
$152.166 milligrams. Grams.
You know those big those unfeasibly
But it
large
says G on the end.
Yeah. So, but it says
large
mg.
dumper trucks that you get in quarries.
It does say
Yes.
D equals mg.
If you had a fully laden quarry dumper truck drive under that, I think that would make it flip over.
Yeah, but only if you could get the center of mass 0.15 meters from the center of mass of the little pyramid.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, we can put that one to bed.
Big G, I've got 6.6 times 10 to the minus 11.
So
the mass is 0.152165 grams. I put the distance between them as 0.15 meters, and I put the force that we're looking. The force that is required is 9.8 times 10 to the minus 5 newtons.
but it's all right, Bandy. You know why?
You're going to tell me.
I will.
Yes.
Because if I put a 50-gram weight on a set of scales here in Melbourne,
Yes.
and then I take them all the way up to Richard, for some reason, that 50-gram weight gets lighter.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah. So
why is that, you reckon? The ether band.
Oh, it must have something to do with the ether band because that would make you happy.
Yeah.
Or it could have something to do with the counteracting forces of the turning of the globe Earth and gravitational force. Yeah.
Gee, that's a far stretch.
Oh, I
But
don't know.
nothing. Well, maybe it's because it's got something to do with pressure.
It's the Travisphere.
Well,
the Travisphere. That's it. The Travisphere.
The Travisphere, maybe. Well, actually, I was, like I was saying before, I was going through that whole looking at where this ether band's meant to sit, and
yeah,
I'd like to have some measurements or some relative information on how it works.
I think Wolfie 6020 does a good video on taking weights and scales to different places. I don't know if it's him.
Yeah, Wolfie.
Yeah.
Wolfie, yeah, and so did
Tony's done it.
was it Critical Think?
Oh yeah, he did it. Yeah.
Yeah, Critical Think did it as well.
Yeah, Toadie's done it in the Northern Hemisphere, taking a weight from the UK to Alexandria.
Yeah.
D&M's coming in.
Oh, very good.
Coming.
Yeah, I was going to say, Bob the Science Guy can jump in for a sec. Say hello.
Hello.
There's the link again, guys.
Apparently, they.
Bob the Science Guy brought out a video that's explaining a little bit of math that I'd like to review.
Yes, the triangle calculations.
Yes.
Triangles.
It goes a little bit above my head in the level of mathematics, but we'll have to move over. There's a special guest just come in here. Don't fall off your chairs, everyone.
Oh, I'll stand. It's all right.
Make room.
Okay.
As long as he didn't bring the whole channel with him.
Oh, Jose.
Jose's in the house.
Happy days, Gonzalez.
Hola, hola.
How's your throat?
You hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jose.
Yeah.
Loud and
You
clear.
see me? You see me?
No,
Yeah,
do we have to see you?
No, you
You
don't.
got your
but
shirt on today.
You got
What
13.
Boom.
You
no,
got
what I got here is a weird screen, like blank, like nothing. I got no menu, no options, nothing.
you got 13 minutes, Jose.
But it's okay. I just came in to say hi.
Hi.
Are you feeling better
Jose.
after I was serenading you the other night?
Yeah, no, I feel like shit today, man. I had chest congestion and was coughing all night.
Yeah,
You
you don't sound good.
Yeah, you sound like shit too.
Yeah.
You don't sound the best at all.
Actually.
So yeah, I thought about not doing a show. I said like, yeah, why not? Let's do it. Try not to talk
You've
too
always got it. We've always got your back for you if you ever run into
appreciate it.
trouble.
Yeah, good deal. All right, let me get out there and do a couple more tweaks before I do my thing. Thank you.
Okay,
All right.
Jose.
See you soon.
See
You
ya.
know well.
All right. See you.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
we hear you
Yes.
loud and clear there in there.
I have a question for Alan about his calculation.
Yes.
Why would we still not need to use the distance to the center of the mass of the Earth as opposed to the difference in the centers of gravities of the two weights?
I
No.
am just working out the additional force required to increase the weight by 1 milligram. So I only need as long as I've got the mass of one of the bodies, I can work out the mass of the other body if I know how far apart they are from center of gravity to center of gravity. Because I know the change in force, I know the force required, because we know it's 10 to the minus 5, essentially 10 to the minus 5 newtons. Well, not 9.8 times 10 to the
What
minus
part are
5
you
newtons.
missing? Because I've got the mass of the Earth right here in front of me.
You see
Don't need it.
they and them, the weight, the original weight of the pyramid is a constant. You know, that caused by the gravitational pull of the Earth.
But if the weight's all pulling to the center of mass, the larger center of mass is always still going to be the Earth.
Yeah, but what
So
we're doing
aren't
is
you just adding that to the? Aren't you just
no,
adding?
because you're just adding the two vectors.
Essentially, yes.
Yeah.
You're adding the two
from-
vectors, and the directions of the vectors are the same. So you simply add the two forces together.
Yes, but then right. So can somebody please explain to me if the vectors are the same, why are you not still adding that mass to the mass of the Earth? Because the two vectors still have the same point.
Because the initial measurement using the scales uses the Earth there as a constant, and you're adding an additional weight.
Yeah.
So that way your second measurement has already still got the Earth there, and you're calculating the additional mass that would be needed to add the additional mass to the pyramid. So
And the additional weight to the pyramid.
Yeah, so because the Earth is there for both measurements, it cancels itself out, and all you're working out is the additional weight of the secondary weight that you bring into the equation.
Because essentially, in this case, the mass of the Earth would be essentially an M3, or it's a separate term, which is in both sides and cancels out.
Can't use the mass of the Earth anyway. It's only a guesstimate at best.
No, but I'm not even. Don't know, I need to think. I have asked somebody to look about trying to replicate this with a micro balance.
Yeah, I think you're
So
right. I think that would work.
Yeah, but the only problem is with a micro balance, you have an increased distance, so they're trying to figure out a way to put the weight or to suspend the additional weight above the weight that's placed on the balance, so that it would subtract from the weight represented on the balance.
Surely
Yeah,
surely somebody's replicated the experiment since that original video.
Well, I've been looking, and I've been trying to stay away from YouTube.
Good
Right,
boy.
trying to find universities or someone like that.
Yeah, someone that's actually done it in a
Or reputable, controlled environment and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, that type of stuff. But there's many people that have done the Cavendish, so I want to stay away from that.
Yeah.
Just trying to find something that's.
You want to keep away from recycled pig sheds, Pete.
Yeah, well, I just want to stay away from something that's been done so many times.
Exactly. And this can't be done, so.
Well,
the experiment can be done.
The experiment can be done, but it can't be measured.
They and them said, if it was done on a micro balance, even the smallest amount of differential would
register.
Yeah, would be indicated.
It would register, and you have a scale that is that sensitive, right? Just the smallest little, it just be changing figures all the time. You wouldn't get a constant figure. So
no micro balances are accurate. They don't change weight all the time because I've used them for analytical experiments for quality control testing on drugs.
A micro balance is even more accurate, used correctly, than the digital scales that they were using there. It's
okay. So why hasn't this experiment been done with one of those?
Well,
because I actually searched for
most of the most micro balances are encapsulated because of to prevent any air currents and stuff. So therefore, you've automatically increased your distance between the center of masses. So getting it close enough. So that's why I've asked somebody to look at it, and they brought up the point that they would have to suspend the weight above the balance because they can't get it close enough underneath.
Yeah. So
I've never seen one actually. What's it called? They and them, a micro balance.
Yeah.
So it's a bit like the traditional balance system where you'd put your known quantity weight on one side to work out the quantity weight of something else. You know, the set of scales like that.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see what you're talking about now.
So if you put if you put a known quantity on both sides, be it, I don't know, 25 grams or a known quantity on both sides, and then you only put the bigger mass over the top of one side, then in theory, the bigger mass would then affect the micro balance on the side that it's on, and it should, in theory, lift up.
Gee, they're not cheap.
No, they're not.
I think I might have made an error in my maths, which would have put it out by a factor of 10. But that means it's only 21 tons, not 217.
Well, even still,
only 21 tons.
If that makes a difference.
At least I'm honest enough to say that with my fogged up brain that I have these days, even simple arithmetic becomes difficult, and changing, figuring the correct powers of 10 to use is screwing with my head. So I could have made an error. It could only be 21 tons that the weight underneath needs to be.
Yes, but Alan, even with a fogged up brain, you still had the sense to call Rumpus a twat yesterday.
Actually, he called me a twat, and I didn't actually argue back because I knew that I wasn't going to win having the last word argument with Rumpus. He will just.
No one does, Al.
He will just keep on going until you give up. And I really didn't want to tear down Jose's program for him.
You've got 3.5 minutes to go, guys.
Well, there's a little project for you guys to get onto. Right?
Oh, no, Benny, if I'm going to do it, I want your help, because if
100%.
If I've got someone like you helping me, then they can't deny it. Because
exactly. Bandy's been collecting batteries for the last 6 months.
I have him. I was going to do it, and then everyone talked me out of it.
Hey,
I didn't talk you out of it. I was
No.
Hey.
I'm not saying you, Terry. I'm saying the
Andy, I've just killed
people.
killed the patrol battery, so there's another one for you.
Oh, happy days!
And I've got half a dozen of them here laying around.
Oh, road trip to Terry's place.
I'm all for that.
You'll have to put us up for the night, though, Terry.
Yeah, I've got a couple of beds and couches and logs and.
Just need a piece of carpet and
Yeah.
I've got a sleeping bag and a pillow. That's all you need.
That's all right. You take the sleeping bag and the pillow. I know where to sleep.
On the couch. Yeah, I must remember to bring me padlock to lock my lock me sleeping bag closed.
But yeah, I'd be all for that, Pete. If you want to actually do something like that, happy days.
Oh, well, someone's got to do it, don't they?
Yeah. I'd like to do something that
Sean
actually
Hawkins is going live.
That has some kind of result, Pete.
Oh, Sean's
rather than
going live too.
If Sean's going live, I know what that's going to be.
Where do we go? We got Jose going
Daniel
live. We got
Pratt.
Sean going live.
No.
We had
If
Travis
Sean's-
live.
Sean was in here a minute ago.
Sean Hawkins.
Yeah, he
Yeah, he
was
was here a
in the
minute
side
ago.
chat. He was in the side chat.
I know where he'll be going.
Couldn't go live when Jose's on, silly.
He'll probably be going live about someone that he had an argument with in Jose's about a week ago.
No, it's Danny Pratt again, I think.
It's not the Q thing.
No. Well, that's Hufford. This is Sean Hawkins.
Well, Jose will probably play some music for the first few minutes
sure.
until he starts up properly.
Sean Hawkins and Sean Hufford.
Yeah,
are
my
two different
mistake.
people.
It's all right.
Yeah.
I'll be quiet.
Yep.
I'll my head back.
There's too many Sean. There's too many Seans.
Too many Seans.
They're like Nathans. Oh.
Too many Seans and too many Nathans.
Damn it.
You wish, Bandy.
Something wrong.
After our experiment, you will be.
No, I won't.
Yes,
I'm
will
forgetting. I'm forgetting my metric prefixes.
Yeah.
Okay, after Terra comes Exa, is it? Exa, then Peta.
You lost me on that one.
Oh, Dan the Waterman's and Jose's.
Giga.
Oh, this is frustrating.
But
Terra
it sounds frustrating.
It's all above my pay grade.
Yeah.
Okay,
Chris,
we got.
Yeah, he's playing a tune.
Yeah, I was just looking to see who he's playing.
18.
Kind eyes. Better mute myself.
Oopsie.
I really must, even though I am completely tone deaf, I really must stop listening to people playing guitars on a pair of crappy headphones that have got about 6K bandwidth.
Oh.
So where did you get up to with your units?
Yada. That's what I was looking for.
Yotta.
Yes, Earth is 5.9742 yottagrams.
A yottagram.
Wow.
Yeah.
Actually, no, that would be.
Actually, there's a problem with that though.
That's 5.9742 yottagrams.
Because that would actually be, is it Atto before Yotta, before Yotta?
Mega, giga, tera, peta, exa, zeta, and yotta.
Right. So Earth would actually be whatever you said, zotta kilograms. Because the SI,
that's why I changed it. Yeah.
The SI unit for mass is not the gram; it's the kilogram.
And
it's
that's
a pain in the ass that they've done it that way, because who the bloody hell puts the kilo prefix in front of the standard bloody unit?
It's all right.
Plain Truths and Jose's, Sean Hubbard's and Jose's. Should be fun today.
Shillings and pounds, that's all I'm going to say.
Ali B's and Jose's.
Oh
joy.
Plain Truth.
Dan the Waterman. Trish Blythe.
I was talking shite with Ali B for ages the other night after a hangout.
Yeah, I had a chat with. Was he pretty okay once you got off the subject of flat Earth?
Oh yeah,
it's funny. It's
yeah,
funny.
that's
A lot
what I
of them
found.
are. A lot of them are.
Get the conversation away from flat Earth, and they're pretty normal people.
I did. He did get triggered at one point when I was talking about something, and he thought that I was regurgitating some kind of globe Earth thing, and I was like, no, that's not what I was talking about, and it was okay.
You
he
know
thought
what
I
I
was
mean.
saying that you could see the Earth's curvature out of a plane, but it wasn't actually what I was saying. But you quickly
I like RT96's comment.
Yeah, it's unnecessary.
Pete Shea. She's clearly a tranny and occultist. It's like end Pete Shea.
Sounds about right.
You know that thing that Pete Shea was talking about, Polaris Starkus? Like Polaris and Aristarchus joined together.
Polaris.
I sent him a message on one of the chats saying, "Do you know that Polaristarchus is an anagram of liar shouts crap?" he tends to ignore me these days. I'm not sure why.
Brenda Vaughan. Oh my God, turn her off, please. Girl had a lovely voice.
Was she any good?
Yeah, she was very good.
Okay then. Cool.
But Brenda apparently didn't like it.
Well, good luck to her. She's got the gumption to do it.
Oh, did you spill your drink?
Taxi.
No.
I'm going to drop, folks, and go and get a coffee before Jose. See you over there.
See you there,
I'll see you over there.
Happy travels.
No, Pi, I live from basically one handful of painkillers to the next. And my legs are really fucking hurting right now.
I thought you dropped a glass or something. Did you drop something?
No, I'm drinking one on top of my painkillers because they don't do their job.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
My nemesis John Watson's on Jose's.
Yeah, I see him.
Oh, the
High Level Awakening. Oh my God, they're all there today.
the other John Watson.
Yeah, I'm the only one that's friends with Sherlock, though. Remember that.
B-ball for life. Whatever happened to Slick James? I hope he never comes back.
Hey, I haven't heard
Same
heard
here.
of him for a while.
No, he was just here for the arguments.
Yeah.
It was an experience.
Hmm.
The
He's,
Slick James experience.
Oh, I experience.
Slick is certainly something else.
Oh,
Is that Flat Earth, Jose?
yeah. No, Jose's
Trust no one. Right, I'm going to go make coffee.
Yeah,
I'm going to share.
with
I'm
tea
going to
sounds
share
good.
something with you guys that I ran across. There's a pretty neat little thing with gravity.
Oh.
Where did you get that one from?
Looks
Look
like
and
Notre
see the
Dame.
URL.
University of Notre Dame.
Yeah, if you drop the URL in the side chat there.
I did.
No.
I thought I did.
Which one? The internal
But
or
if
the
you-
external?
Internal.
It's not there yet.
All right. Let's see more.
A lot of equations there.
Yeah, but you can switch the calculator between finding mass of object 1, mass of object 2, distance between the objects, gravitational force exerted between the two objects, Kepler's laws, satellite orbit period, satellite mean orbital radius, planet mass, gravitational acceleration, planet mass, escape or critical speed.
Wow.
I think
That's
that's
a lot.
cheating, though. So that's a bit easy, a bit too easy.
And then
I prefer
they
to
have
be
other
surrounded by crumpled bits of paper in a fog of blue smoke.
and then they have other calculators below that listed.
Wow, look at them all.
Oh, jeez.
Where'd you get this on, Payne?
I just found it just a few minutes ago.
Have you got a link for it?
Yeah, he's sorting it out.
Oh, okay,
Well,
sorry.
I thought I posted it to you guys.
It's
Oh,
not
did
in the
you?
chat.
I'm using the share function of Zoom.
Oh, okay.
Does
Copy and
that not
paste it
work?
into the chat,
Or
maybe.
Is this on your phone or on your
phone?
Yeah, so yeah, we can see what you're showing us when you hit the share thing. So when you're scrolling up and down, we can see all that.
Okay, well,
but we need the link.
Could you even just stop on the bit where it says
right down at the bottom there where it says ajdesigner.com?
Okay, yeah.
There you are.
Yeah. Hold on, it's in here.
Hang on, I'll see if there's a text. I'll see if there's a text input box.
Here we go.
I can always go back to the video later and just copy that.
Oh,
I got it. If you just put najdesigner.com, it comes up with the.
Yeah, I've got it. I've got the link. You want me to post it to YouTube or something?
Yeah, I can do that.
In the inside?
Yeah, or inside or YouTube, Bandy,
Yeah.
wherever.
Yeah, anywhere so we can copy it. Yeah.
Yeah, hold on. I'll put it in the.
Wherever you put it, I'll post it in the other one.
Yeah, I'll put it in the YouTube one.
And then I'll stick it over. I'll go stick it in our Discord as well.
I'm going to head over and see what these fucking globetards are saying on Jose.
Chris Berry's there now.
Oh my God.
There you go, Pete.
Yeah, I've grabbed it.
Yeah,
I'm going to stick it in there.
Yeah, nobody's on
because he's
panel
really,
yet,
really
Laura.
quiet. Because I can't hear him over you lot.
Yeah, there's nothing happening over on Jose's just yet.
No, he's just doing a presentation.
Who is?
I was just going
Jose.
to wait till he. I was just going to wait till he started posting the link for the join.
Terry, I'm going to stick it in our tech doc videos.
Yeah, tech doc stuff videos. That'll be right.
Yep.
Mm.
Alan, do you want it in yours?
Yeah, but I mean, check these out.
Yes, you can do. Thank you.
Where would you like
And when
it?
you see when you're calculating this, you can enter in the information right in here.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
But let's say you want a satellite orbit period. You just click on that, and it loads up. What do you need to enter there?
Oh, okay.
Nice.
And you just fill it in.
Fill in the blanks. Happy days.
Yeah. If you need escape velocity, just hit that. And planet mass, then escape or critical speed.
Oh wow.
This is great for idiots like me.
And me.
Anything that's just click something and put a number in and get the answer. That'll do me.
Yeah. Hey, check
Barney's
this out.
asking if the rumpus is there. Sorry, guys.
Infant growth charts.
Huh? Wow.
Infant growth charts.
Yeah.
Okay, toodles for now. I'll catch you over the road.
Righto, Pip.
Pip. See ya.
Toodaloo, buckaroo. And let's see, we got force calculator.
Well, Jose must have put the link in because there's people going on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, y'all want to migrate over there and raise some hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's migrate over there and raise some hell.
Yeah.
Alan, I'm just going to stick it in your hammy channel, all right?
Okay, no worries.
I'll see you
I'll
guys.
meet you all over there.
Yeah,
See
thanks
you over
for
there.
the invite, you guys.
All right. All right.
Bye.
Bye for now.
Cheers.
Bye, everyone.
It's all right. Terry kicked me out.